And welcome back to Coffee with the Wolves, presented by JJC Athletics. As always, I'm Damian Dennis, and this week we're taking a look at women's volleyball. Joining me is Coach Tom Welsh. Tom, welcome to the show for the first time.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. This is exciting. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Unfortunately, last year I started right after your season ended. The same story with soccer and cross country. So I showed up. You guys were already done.
Yeah, once season ends, I tell the girls I don't want to see you till end of February, March. So I'm a ghost town here.
It really felt like that because I have a funny story to tell you about the spring because we had something come up, I think, while I was getting acclimated to access to, let's say, YouTube. Sometime in April, I started getting notifications. Someone named Tom's trying to sign into our YouTube. And I didn't deny it, but I didn't approve it either because I'm like, who is this? Who is this? And then an hour later, I was on my own YouTube feed and I saw the live video of your volleyball match in the spring. I'm like, it was Tom.
I remember that day vividly because I'm working on it for an hour or an hour and a half, 2 hours trying to get it ready and couldn't get it, and then ended up just using an iPad and getting it on there. So I was like, all right, it worked. But I remember that day, and I should have told you because I didn't even realize because I would just do it straight for the season. We just record and be good to go. But that's funny, yeah.
I'm pretty
good introduction to me. I like it.
I'm pretty sure we had met once before then in December, but that was about it because, like you said, you weren't here during basketball season.
No, yeah, like I said, I tell the girls I don't want to see your faces. Get away, enjoy the holidays, and I do the same thing.
So since I wasn't here, and we're going to be talking a lot about the upcoming season, which I believe starts pretty much a week from tomorrow.
Friday, next Friday.
Week from the day this drops. But last year, I want to talk about how'd you guys do, how'd the team finish for the year, and some things you had seen out of specifically the student athletes who are returning.
Yeah, we had a great year last year. We went 18 and 15. We gave up a few that we probably should have had, and that's pretty much what cost us going to the tournament last year was just a handful of matches. The three schools that were in our region last year, COD and Harper, both went. Had we have just beaten one or two of them a couple more times during the season, we probably would have been the ones instead of them. So overall, it was a really great season. I mean, we had a good amount of sophomores that left us, and we have 7 returners this year that we're really hoping that will contribute a lot and really kind of fight for it. So overall, last year was a great first year for myself and Taylor, my assistant. We are revamping things. We're making it a little bit more positive, trying to keep the culture up, and the girls seem to be responding really well, and we're just excited to see what we have coming for this year.
Your first year at JJC, how long have you been coaching? Tell me a little bit about how you got into coaching, I guess, and your background.
Absolutely. So this will be my 20th year coaching overall. My second year at JJC, my 4th year at the NJCAA level. I spent 2 years at Morton College previously, those pre-COVID times, and then COVID happened, and then I resigned after that spring season that we had, which was crazy, but loved my time there. We did some really positive things, and then took a little bit of a break from coaching in college, and then I was a club director for a youth program out in Lisle, so I managed 200 plus kids, 25 or so coaches, and then some full-time staffers I was in charge of. So been doing that. I started my coaching career when I was 19. Coaching 18-year-old boys. It did not go well. They were like, I just played with you the year before. Why would I listen to you? So that really taught me a lot about coaching. And then I moved down to the Champaign area, and I was down there for almost 10 years, and they only have women's volleyball. So I had to kind of shift from coaching boys to coaching girls, and that's when I really kind of fell in love with the game and really been doing it ever since. I was the head varsity coach at 2 different high schools down in central Illinois. Yeah, I mean, my MO is kind of turning programs around here. I didn't have to do so much, but we had to change the culture and stuff. So it was a very good thing. But yeah, I love coaching, love helping kids, and love just everything about it. It's a great job to have. It's stressful. It's frustrating at times, but the girls respond pretty positively, and we're building something really cool here.
What was one of the things that drew you to JJC? Because I know when I showed up for my first interview here, just that kind of the building out front, the weight room kind of up above the atrium there. It doesn't feel like a JUCO.
No, not at all. And that's a big reason why what drew me here. I remember playing here against them when I was at Morton and loved the facility then and knew some people around here then. So I had a really good, enjoyment of my time here when I was thinking of getting back into the JUCO world. I had interviewed at Wabanzi and they had offered me the position and I turned it down because it didn't feel right. Totally different scenario when I came here. Everything felt right. It felt like the timing was perfect. The atmosphere, the people around here, it felt so comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of led me to come back here and to kind of start over the coaching in the JUCO world experience. And yeah, I mean, the facility is second to none. It's better than most D3s and some D2 schools out there. So it's great to have that for not only us coaches and staffers, but for the kids especially. Like they can utilize this building as much as they want. They can be here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great tool to have and for recruiting. So it's great to have. And that was kind of the icing on the cake that led me to come back.
So last year, you missed the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the things you liked that you had seen out of your team, and what are you hoping to build upon entering next week when you guys begin action again?
Yeah, I thought that our team morale was really good last year, and I think that the girls that are returning this year know that, and they know that in order for them to have a positive season again, they have to continue that morale, that positivity, that environment. And, we have talks with them pretty much on a weekly basis, and we had one yesterday just about being good teammates and helping. We have 19 girls on the roster, which is crazy, so it's a huge, huge roster. So it develops a lot of good camaraderie and good competitiveness, which we're hoping, and just kind of helps the girls get better. So, the morale on the team, the positivity was a great thing that we're carrying over. The way that we practice, the way that we do things is very upbeat. It's fast. We want the girls to enjoy being in the gym, and that was my biggest thing was I want the girls to come here every day and enjoy being here, not dread coming to practice, dread going to the weight room, watching film, doing whatever. And it seems to work. And I think that time off that we take for the holidays really ramps up their excitement to come back to the gym in spring and stuff like that. So it's a lot of just building upon what we started last year and continuing to grow. And I think we have the right pieces to help kind of push us those extra couple matches that we need to get to that postseason level.
Right. Now, you talk about the team chemistry and stuff. I had asked you to bring a student athlete here, but you said you couldn't because your sophomores are giving a tour to the freshmen currently around campus, So I haven't met any of your team yet, but I can already see that because, oh, no, we're busy showing the team around.
Yep, exactly. And that was kind of, we encourage the girls to bond as much as possible on the court, off the court. And this was kind of one of their team bonding, days that they have. They're going out to get lunch with everybody. Then they're going and showing all the new girls around so they're comfortable come next week for school and kind of makes life a little bit easier. And we kind of mentioned that yesterday. It's like, coming to college for any incoming freshmen is a scary thing. Mm-hmm. Here they have a built-in set of friends already that they have that can watch their back to help them be guided and everything like that. So it was really cool to see hey, no, I can't come do this because I'm showing the girls around. I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, no, hang out with the girls. We got this. We can do this. Yeah. So that was a really cool thing to hear that they were doing that on their own. They hung out at somebody's house last weekend, pool, hot tub, eating, fun stuff. So it's really great to see. And with volleyball and girls volleyball, especially if they build that trust off the court, they play 10 times better on the court. So it's really fun to see that they're already doing that, and they've done that. And one of the things that I did early was create the group text early, get that instigated. So whenever we added somebody new, they just got in, girls introduced themselves, they started their own group chat down the road. So it's they've been talking and they've been hanging out and they've been knowing each other for months now, and now it's all just coming together.
I think it's funny you mentioned the group text because I think it was Chris last week on the show mentioned about his international students creating group text with them. So they kind of the same idea. They come into campus with an already kind of built-in group of friends that they can relate to. Some of those returners, can you just name them, and if you
Yeah,
can at the moment,
yeah, absolutely.
anything about them?
So we have about 3 or 4 that contributed a lot last season. Monica Jurek, who's our captain, she's our starting middle right now. She's the leader of the team. She's not the most outgoing or outspoken person. She leads by example, and she's very quiet, and she is the glue that holds kind of everybody together. Reese Berry's another one that was on and off last year playing time. She came in when people were struggling a little bit and kind of kept up the energy. She is the face, the mouth of the team. She talks a ton, which is great, and we love that. Gabby Bernard is one of our setters. She's our only sophomore setter. She was in line to start the season running a 6-2 with us. Then she hurt her knee and was out for the first half of the season. Then she came back and played the second half. So now we feel like she's really getting back up to speed. Natalie Martinez is in line to be our starting libero this year. Her defense is phenomenal. She's one of the fastest people I've ever had the chance to coach, so it's really fun to see her grow. Who else do we have? Tatum Bereni. She's just the hardest working girl in the gym, and she works her butt off, and we love that. She's a right side. She's going to see some time a lot this year. Morgan, she is our big 6-foot outside. She was the other freshman that started outside of Monica last year for all season, really.
Yeah.
So we're really hoping for big things from her. And Hannah, one of our DSs, she, again, kind of like Gabby, she got hurt and missed half the season, but it was the reverse. She started the season as one of the few freshmen that started and then got hurt. So she is, again, like Reese, the mouth of the team. She talks, she keeps everybody encouraged, and we love her for that. And that's what gets her out on the court. That's what keeps her playing, is her energy, her effort, her attitude, stuff like that.
Well, kind of same question, but some of these freshmen that have come in, are there any that are kind of standing out to you already, a week before the season begins, or like, hey, they're probably going to be big contributors to this team?
Yeah, hoping so. Aubrey Phillips has really stepped up. She's a middle for us from Morris. I was about to say Manuka. Morris. She's a freshman middle. We played her on the outside last night. She looked great. So we're trying to mix her around, stuff like that. We have a transfer sophomore, Emily Lindemann, who is a right side, outside. She came from Milliken last year, so she's looking to contribute a lot. So she's a new girl, although she's a sophomore. Yeah. Lily Broderick, who's a DS, same kind of thing. She's a transfer, but she didn't play last year, so now she's getting back up to speed. So she's really great. Liv, who's one of our outsides, Livia, she's a middle by trait, but now we're converting her to outside, and she's super athletic and really high energy, so she's looking great on the outside. Alex, one of our outsides as well, has really stepped up and been super consistent. So we have a lot that are showing a lot of improvement and a lot of growth, which is awesome to see already. So we're just building those connections and kind of seeing what works. That's our most successful, most consistent lineup. That's kind of our theme this season, is consistency. And if we're consistent, then we're going to win a lot more than we lose. So a lot of girls on the team, a lot of people that have stepped up, and it's definitely exciting to see.
Now, you begin your season with what's I've been told is called the opening weekend tournament. What are your expectations heading into that first match?
It's always something. I'll tell you that. It's the largest junior college tournament in the country. We have so many teams from so many different states coming. We have a lot of four-year schools that are there that recruit, so it's a very intense, super fun weekend, but it's a lot. I mean, last season we didn't get a hotel. That was a big mistake on my part. Didn't make that mistake again. We got a hotel this year, so come Sunday we were gassed last year, and we got lucky and had a pretty easy second match that day, but first match we should have won, but because we were so tired it didn't happen. So we're expecting a lot better. Last year we went 2-4. We're definitely hoping to turn that around. I mean, the teams that we played last year, we played Century, who was top 5 in the country at the time, and we played them so hard and so good, and it was a super fun match. We'll see them later this year at COD. But I mean, as far as expectations, I mean, we're looking to go in guns a-blazing and be ready. Our goal is obviously 5-1, 6-0. If we get out of there 3-3, I'll be happy. Just because you never know. Obviously, it's everybody's first weekend. It's everybody's first match. It's everybody's first tournament. So everybody's nervous, scared, excited, all that stuff. So it's a very interesting way to open the season. I'll say that, but we love it. It's super fun. The girls have a blast doing it, and all the sophomores are getting the freshmen ready mentally, physically. Like, it's a long weekend. Like, yeah, you only play 6 matches, but there's a long gap, a lot of travel, stuff like that. So it's a great introduction to college volleyball right away for all these freshmen.
Yeah. So is it 2 matches a day over 3 days?
2 matches a day over 3 days. So we'll play one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So we'll be off for a couple of hours. We eat, we rest, we get ready, and then we play again. Last year, the way that it broke down was Saturday, we played in the afternoon. We were the last match on Saturday, which we got out of there probably around 9 o'clock. And then we were the first match on Sunday. So we got out at 9. We went, we got food. We got back here on campus probably around like 12:30. And then we all had to be on campus at 5 in the morning to travel back up last year. So
Insane.
that's why I said we're not making that mistake again.
Yeah.
So,
who are some of the opponents kind of on the schedule that stand out as like, hey, we've got this team circled because this is going to be a good kind of test for our girls to see where we're at.
yeah, COD is always one. They're obviously our biggest rival since they're one of our only D3 opponents. UW Whitewater at Rock County is a new one this year, so it'll be interesting to see them. So it's us 3 in Division 3 this year, so we really have to do well against them. We'll play them each twice, so we really have to be successful against them. Again, like I said, we play Century again this year, so that'll be a good test. They were ranked all season last year. Like I said, we played them tough. They'll be ranked again this year, I'm sure, once preseason polls come out. So those are the big ones. Harper's always a tough battle for us. They moved up to D2 this year, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do with scholarships. But we're excited to play them. I believe we have a Dallas team that we're playing at COD, which will be super fun to see.
Yeah.
Someone out of state. And then we will play St. Francis's JV team, so that'll be a good test for our girls to kind of see some older girls, which will be super fun. We'll play them here. We host a lot of tri-matches at home, so that'll be a good time for everybody to kind of see. So, yeah, our schedule's a lot. We have 41 matches, so I tried to load it up as much as possible and asked them, would you rather play or practice? And they said, we want to play. So it'll be fun, and it'll be grueling, and it'll be a lot. But, I feel like if we can play well against the teams that we have to, the CODs, the Rock Counties, the Harpers, like, we'll be in good shape. But those are always the ones that are circled on the schedule because the girls love playing them. We love going there. We love having them here. The way that it kind of worked out last season was whoever was at home was winning, and we just all kind of beat the crap out of each other. And all of us coaches were like, "Yep, that's how it went." So we have that nice healthy rivalry with all 3, with them and Harper, even though Harper's not here anymore with us. But we definitely have that with COD, and it's fun to have.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to see you guys get back out on the court. I haven't covered volleyball since I think 2015.
Nice. Yeah.
Because that was the last time I covered high school. So, well, not the last time, but the last time I covered volleyball all the same. But I'm excited for it. I know you're excited, but you've had a lot of personal excitement too. I want to say congratulations on the child.
Thank you. Yeah, my wife and I's first, so she turns a month on Sunday. It's crazy. It happened. She came 3 weeks early, so it happened when we were in the middle of camp, which was unexpected to say the least. So I got the text and phone call. You need to come home. Where it's go time. So drove out back home, picked her up, went to the hospital. She's born on Thursday, the 18th of July. So it's fun. Today we had not an emergency doctor visit, but one that we were like, we have one scheduled Monday. Let's go a little early. And of course, everything was fine, thankfully. And she's growing, she's big, she's healthy. Now we're just trying to figure out how we can sleep because that's the thing that we're going through now. So.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you.
I
wish you luck. You have one coming too. So.
Yeah, but I already had one. So the 4-year-old starts pre-K.
See, that's what I want. I was like, can we just pop her out like 3-4 years old and we're good to go?
I swear. So my kid, a little off topic, but we'll end the show with this. But like my kid is starting pre-K, I think next Thursday, and I swear, like all the other parents are like, "Oh, it goes by so fast in a blink." I'm like, I swear she's been 4 years old for at least 3 years. Get her out of my house.
Right.
Like I love her to death. I don't actually want her out of my house, but I'm like, I need a break.
Right, and that's so funny because like I've been coaching for so long and dealing with kids forever. Like I know what I'm doing from like 5 and up.
Yeah.
Like I'm good, but like infants and newborns, I have no idea
Yeah.
what I'm doing. So like I kept telling my wife, I'm like let's just like get to that point, and then I'll be okay. So it's a learning experience. It's a life changer for sure. We're excited, we're happy, we're terrified, we're
Yeah.
sleep deprived, we're all that stuff, but we're cooking, and it's nice to get that relief to come to practice and to see the girls, and the girls are all excited to meet her. So she has 19 new aunts that she'll get to meet here probably in a couple months, and it's exciting.
Nice. All right. Well, Tom, I appreciate the time. We're going to wrap up there. Thank you for tuning in to Coffee with the Wolves.